Welcome back to the Delaware Way. I'm Larry Menti. We're talking to Jennifer Cohn, who is the Transportation Secretary for the state of Delaware. We talked about the culture, and you talked about the financial culture and how you've changed that in the department. But that, it would seem to me, is not the bigger problem. The DMV has a horrible reputation among the customers, among the citizens of Delaware, and across the country, really. Almost every DMV has a bad reputation. How do you fix that?
Well, two things. First, I agree with you that, nationally DMVs have a pretty not so great reputation. But I will tell you, in Delaware, over the last 5 years, since we've been tracking our customer service levels, as of the end of December of last year, we have a 98% good or excellent rating for customer service in Delaware's DMV.
Wow, that is amazing. How do you do that? I mean, what do you, do you just tell people to be nicer?
Well, no, actually, that's not too far from the truth. It really is, and know that the customer is our #1 focus. So in other words, you should have a very knowledgeable person that you're dealing with. They're going to greet you with a smile. You're going to get in and out quickly. Our average wait time right now is about 12 minutes. So those things that what customers really, want to not even expect, but just require for their visit at DMV. Customer friendly, knowledgeable, and in and out quickly. And that 98% excellent to good rating, something I'm very proud of, and something that puts us among the top DMVs in the country. So really looking forward to bringing that customer service level to all of DELDot.
And your customers are soon going to be dealing with these digital driver's licenses. Explain what they are.
Yes. So as part of our customer service efforts, one of the things that we routinely find is that our customers want to have services that are efficient and convenient for them, whether that be an online service, whether that be a kiosk. But we're seeing this national trend towards more of a digital driver's license, that you wouldn't basically have to carry an actual physical card anymore. It would actually show up on your phone and be able to be used for your identification and driving. We're working on the security aspects of that right now. One other state, Iowa, is working on it as well. It's just another customer service that we want to offer. It's not going to be mandatory. It's not going to replace the actual hard card for the driver's license or ID. But, a lot of the younger generations, the millennials, and trust me, my daughter's this way, she never leaves anywhere without her phone, but she leaves her driver's license everywhere. So it's just another thing that we want to offer as a convenience for our customers who would like to have that.
Yeah, they say you always have to have your driver's license on you when you drive. Would you say then you'd have to always have your phone charged when you drive? I mean, if somebody came to check your driver's license and your phone's dead,
right.
You don't have it.
Well, exactly.
Did you get a ticket?
Well, that's, we'd have to talk with law enforcement, and we are having those conversations, and these all of these what-if scenarios. But, and again, it's just another convenience we're going to offer. It's not going to replace the driver's license. But yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of, we're working with the courts and law enforcement.
So this is still early in the process.
Yeah, it's still early. We want to, vet out the feasibility, which we know the technology is there. And then we want to talk about, we know once we ran the article that we were actually going to start looking into this, we got overwhelming, kind of excitement from the younger generation, and then overwhelming kind of, oh no, from, the older generation. So we're working on, getting to the bottom of that and how we're going to be able to roll that out.
Any big projects coming up that we need to be aware of? They're going to make the summer and/or the fall a little bit harder to navigate?
Well, we actually are looking forward. We've completed the I-95 and 202 project. That one actually was delayed because of 495, so we're looking forward to having that complete. We're looking at the 301 project. We're in the final phases, hopefully, of securing our federal funding. We'll know more about that probably in the July timeframe, and we'll be able to kind of put a timeline forth after that. A lot of pedestrian improvements going on in Sussex County. We had a lot of pedestrian and safety concerns down there, so we're putting in miles of sidewalk on both sides from 5 Points all the way down to Rehoboth. We're really trying to be cautious of keeping Route 1 clear for the summer, making sure that, the beach, it's a lot of festivals, a lot of beach traffic, so we're very cautious to that. A few things going on in Kent County as well. We've got the Westover connector. We've got removing Little Heaven lights at Little Heaven, 2 of those, so we can actually make that beach traffic a little bit smoother. So those are a couple-year construction projects, but things that are moving forward right now.
It was great that you were so calm when you talked about it, because I was just wondering how infrastructure is across the state, and if there is any major problems. And it seems like you have all these construction projects for, I guess, some things that you need to be done, but it doesn't seem like we're in any kind of a crisis with the infrastructure in Delaware.
Well, we're not, I wouldn't say we're at a crisis. If we don't get additional funding, we will be at a crisis. And I'll give you an example. The bridge decks on I-95, they're at the end of their useful life, and if you've driven over those, we've patched upon patch. We're patching patches at this point. So those we need to move on, and sooner rather than later. We've got corrugated metal pipes that were put in place in the 70s and 80s that the pipes themselves weren't really for the soil that we have in Delaware, so they're deteriorating across the state, and we have 250 of those. So those things, yeah, and these are state of good repair items that I was talking about at the very beginning of the previous segment.
95 is a federal highway. Are you looking for federal funds for that?
The majority of the projects that we do are 80-20, 80% funded by the federal government and 20% funded by the state.
And you're looking for an infrastructure bill to make it through Congress, because they keep talking about it. Both sides talk about it forever, and neither side does anything.
Correct. We are now on our 34th extension of the existing Highway Transportation Fund for another 2 months. That gets us through July. So they have another couple months. They're making progress. Maybe I'm a wild-eyed optimist. I don't know, but I'm hoping that they do something that over the next couple months that'll be a long-term, at least another 6-year funding stream and a serious infrastructure.
Wonderful. Secretary, thank you so much.
Thanks
Thanks for spending the time. It was great to talk to you. Jennifer Cohn, who is the Secretary of DELDot. We'll be back in just a moment.